Hey everybody, it's me, Mary Z from Voice Hacks, vocal coach here. Back in the day, I did a lot of reactions for you guys, and it was interesting because some of you still watch them, and one of you left me a comment the other week that was like, why don't you react to some of Dimash's new things? And for some reason for me, it was like, yes! I should check out how our old pal Dimash is doing. A lot of you know me for more of an extreme vocal coach, but I also am a trained classical singer and teach people in all modern singing styles as well. This is not so much a reaction as it is an analysis because you guys have seen me react to Dimash before, although I don't know this song that I'm about to look at. Okay, so this song is live and it's called Stranger, and I just wanted to look at a live one always because live is where you have much more clear idea of what someone's doing with their voice. Although just be aware, folks, that, live stuff's going through a soundboard, it's going through effects too, but the things he does are a little bit exceptional and they can't be done with effects. So let's take a look at his vocals here and see what's happening.
Спасибо. Спасибо огромное. А теперь прозвучит новая песня. Примерно.
These stringed instruments are really interesting because look at how far away they are from the fretboard.
Stranger in a stranger's land, you chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Wow. So before he goes crazy, I think this is about to pop off, but I really want to point out the fact that one of his main things that he does that makes his vocals so effective, other than just being an incredible vocalist, is stuff like this, the juxtaposition. If you don't have something incredibly quiet to go against something incredibly big, it doesn't give the same impact. So he's about to drop the hammer here, and I just want to throw that out there. When you guys do vocals, whether they're harsh vocals or clean vocals, if you have a juxtaposition between light and dark, soft and aggressive, quiet and loud, low and high. In this case, it's definitely like quiet and probably loud. It's to make the following part have a great deal more impact. It's very, very effective, and it's a thing that he does a lot. Camera work, how they filmed it.
Somewhere in my heart, in ancient times, I wondered.
Wow.
These valleys I find among these views.
Okay, so there he jumped way down. Let's see what note that was. So there he was down in the second octave, singing pretty low notes. He jumped down to D2 and A2. It was really, really low. So here he jumps back up to the normal octave. He was, and then he goes, nah. So now he's jumping an octave. So all that super robust resonance, part of this, so a lot of people don't understand how your physiology really plays a role in how you end up sounding. So he obviously is exceptionally trained, but he has an exceptional physiology on top of that. I don't know where I read it, but I read an article where Dimash's larynx, like his vocal cords, are actually measurably longer than other people's. And this can happen especially with a male vocalist because the folds lengthen at puberty, and that's kind of what gives it the range, right? There's a set of strings. So he has an unusually wide range. So he went from a low octave to a mid octave. And once he got comfortable with the mid octave, he started really letting his robust tone come out, which is far more impactful because he went quieter, he went lower, and then he went up. But also the tone that he's getting here, I mean, this is where you really hear the training. He knows how to get the most resonance for his body, but a lot of his resonance has to do with the way that his face and larynx are shaped. Not everyone can train to have that depth of resonance. You could have this kind of physiology and be an accountant, and if you never train, never know that you have the gift to do all this stuff. So this is like a combination of physical exceptionalism with training.
Stranger in a stranger's land, no chance to know who I am if I had the strength to begin again.
Love the choirs. Sounded like a little bit of a key change there. So let's see where that high note was. Let's go back. Let's see what note that was he goes up to. Okay, so here, this is crazy. He is in the 6th octave and then singing up there. So he's saying from the 2nd through the 6th octave. I mean, this is crazy. This is a huge amount of vocal range. But a lot of this has to do with the chords. Sadly, folks, we can't all train to have a range this big. Training will take you as far as your chords will let you go. But there is string physics at play. You know, again, he has to have vocal cords that will phonate this many pitches, and then had to train to be able to access them all as well. But it's astonishing, really, still. And the other thing that's astonishing is like his vocal cords are in excellent shape. There's not these little telltale signs we see. It's like his compression strength between the chords is extremely exceptional.
New crown far as I can see. New crown underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land.
A lot of planning for this. This is not winging it.
If I have the strength to begin.
All that was very quiet. Let's just pause right here. That was very exciting compared to it. We start in a lower octave, it's quieter. We jump to the higher octave, it's louder. That's the way the song is written, and not necessarily like you have to sing what's written. You can't always just do that, but this is what makes for much more effective songwriting as well. But the thing is, when he went up there to that new ground, So what he does there is he's really, really good at mixing. Part of why his transitions are so seamless is because he knows how to navigate the stylistic placements. And if you guys watch any of my clean singing tutorials here in my series on YouTube, you'll see me talk about the different placements. But in here, he's actually letting go of his belt voice a little bit, and he's going in between kind of right here. And that area is where he's getting this. I would actually point the laser of my voice into the bridge of my nose. So just a little bit between belting and pure falsetto, but he's not staying in his pure belt voice. And this is why he's able to navigate it and it doesn't sound strained up here. And this is probably something that he learned from classical training. This is a good way to conceal the break. Although, again, this is extremely difficult. He's phenomenal, but just so that we can understand what he's doing there. So there we had more of a flip, like stranger, in which case I would point the laser here, my voice, strangers, I have a much lower voice than him, but you get the idea. He's doing different placements and he has it planned. He probably has it planned to the exact word as to where he will change. And he practices it that way every time. This isn't random, guys. This type of stuff you have to have meticulously planned in your mind and know exactly how you're going to do it and practice it a lot to make it like this. This is a person who works really hard. That's hard. To go that long is really, really hard. I tried picking up some of my classical singing recently, going back to it, and what it made me realize is, holding those clean notes like that, I've become really good at being sort of a sprinter, which is what we do in harsh vocals, which is like a lot of energy in a short burst. And Dimash is using a very controlled amount of energy over a long time. And that was something that hit me when I started practicing that stuff again, was that like, oh, wow, I'm not really as practiced at holding things long anymore. He went up into his mixed voice where I would place that here. That'd be like a type of falsetto. I would point your laser of voice here. If you're not sure what I mean by this, get into some more of my singing tutorials here on the Voice Hex channel, because I explain it a lot more clearly in my singing tutorials. I have YouTube memberships available now where I have a lot of members only content. I just put up a false chord screaming class on there that you can check out when you become a member. So there's all kinds of members only videos up there that I'm making available for you. Yeah, but basically if you guys want to start doing things like Dimash, I would actually work on singing a little bit quieter, work on your dynamics, looking for songs and pieces that you can perform at different dynamics to create that effect. First of all, not every song is written in a way where you can do that. So look for songs that have writing that might favor that, and then your big parts will be a lot more impactful. And the other thing is learn about your tone placement and how to visually place your voice for certain sections of the song and practice, transitioning in between those placements. Thanks, everyone. It's been great to get back to sharing a little bit of information with you on reactions, and I'll have more for you soon.